Today I'll be taking you through my entire cleaning routine for the entire day, starting out early in the morning with all of my dishes rinsed from the night before, ready to go, including all of our coffee implements and cups that we used this morning. All of the boys are outside working on the farm, and this is when I get started with my housework after we've had our coffee and a little bit of time to relax together in the morning. They head outside, and I'm getting started with my cleaning routine. Having my dishes done in the morning is a big job because I don't have a dishwasher, and so I don't do my dishes the night before because I really prefer to have time in the evening to relax after working all day. And so I prefer to spend the extra time in the morning. But for you, however, it will completely depend on your own schedule. Over the past several months, I've really worked on honing in on my routines and my habits in order to keep a cleaner home. This has been a really big goal for me, alongside all of my decluttering that I've done, in order to have less mess, less clutter, and to be able to tidy things up so much easier. And so having those habits and routines in place really does make such a difference. The kitchen always seems to be the priority, and it always seems to be the most work because I think it's just our most heavily used area in the house. And so cleaning the kitchen is continuous. I have a lot of different vintagey kind of coffee implements, and we each have our own that we like to use. So that takes a bit of work to tidy up. And then I'm just cleaning up this pot and putting all of my dishes away so that everything looks clean. One of the areas that I had put off decluttering for the entirety of my minimalism journey is underneath my kitchen sink and all of the products. And since I just recently decluttered it, I had found this product by Dr. Bronner's called Sal Suds. And I really love the scent of this, which is Siberian fir and spruce. And I'm also adding some essential oil with the scent of fir and juniper berries. And this is just going to make the loveliest spray for my home. The Sal Suds is a concentrated cleaner, and you can use it in almost any way, including your dishes, your laundry. You can even use it to wash your car. And so I decided to kick all of my artificially scented cleaners to the curb and replace it with just this one product. And I'm going to see how that goes. But so far, I am loving it. I really love woodsy or natural scents that remind me of the outdoors. And so once I'm done with the dishes, I like to spray all of the surfaces down, and I kind of let it soak in for a few minutes before I start wiping. And I really love to wipe down all of my surfaces, get rid of any dust, dirt, and this really makes things look so much cleaner. And then wiping everything down just really helps the whole place look so much more fresh and clean and tidy. And I really like to keep my surfaces clear of as much clutter as possible, especially my kitchen table. I really don't like to have too many arrangements or things on there. I like it to feel stripped clean. And then I put everything back into its spot so everything got cleaned underneath. You might notice that I don't really decorate for the fall season. However, I do like to bring an ambiance into my home using candles. And today I'm sharing Tappen Apothecary. Their new line of candles represent the 4 elements: fire, water, air, and earth. The first scent is tomato leaves, which represent earth. It's green, vibrant, and crafted with your garden in mind. Tomato leaf and citrus lead into a heart of fresh basil, parsley, and wild geranium. It's herbaceous and grounding, the scent of growth, sun, soil, and the quiet abundance of earth. Air is fog and birch, a scent that feels like dawn breaking through the mist. Bright grapefruit and pepper open the spark, softened by lavender and the inky coolness of birch. It is airy yet grounded, light, crisp, and quietly intriguing, the essence of breath and stillness. Water is salt and driftwood, fresh and fluid like waves rolling against the shore. Citrus and lavender meet the mineral sweetness of seaweed and sea salt. A cool, restorative blend that captures the rhythm of tides and the calm pull of open water. Beautiful. Fire is oud musk. Warm, smoky, and magnetic. Sweet amaretto and citrus open the flame, with tonka and balsam at the heart. Vanilla woods and oud smolder at the base, creating a scent that is rich, sensual, and enduring. These are the scents that I'll be burning in my home to create an oasis. And I would love to invite you to check out their website and order some of their candles to create the same feeling in your own home. These are beautiful, clean scents, and you won't regret it. After cleaning all of my surfaces, now is time to clean the floors. And being that I'm in a farmhouse and I have dogs and we're surrounded by soil and dirt, the floors really do get quite dirty very quickly. And I am constantly battling dog hair and dirt. And so sometimes I sweep, sometimes I vacuum. It just depends on the amount of dirt or hair that I have to get rid of. Making the bed is something that I do daily. I don't always change out the sheets every day. It's usually once or twice a week. But making the bed is essential because I really like to get into nice, crisp bedding. It might look like I do nothing but clean all day, but that's not true. I've already been out doing other things, and the boys were having lunch. They come in around 11 o'clock, and so I'm just doing a quick tidy up after they've come in and left because they only have a half an hour for their lunch. So I just come in and I do a quick sweep through and just make sure that things are back to the way I had them. Another task that isn't fun but is essential in a clean and tidy home is to do a quick tidy up in your bathroom. And this is just a quick wipe down. It doesn't have to be anything thorough. I usually do a deeper clean once a week, but this is just a wiping of surfaces and just getting rid of things that you don't want your guests to see, like hair or a little bit of toothpaste in the sink. We're just wiping things down and freshening up. And one of the things that I usually have to do is wipe down the toilet seats, and particularly the bottom where the men use the toilet. I usually go in there with just a piece of toilet paper and just wipe it down. This is just a quick way to freshen up without it being too much work. Dust is another thing that, if not tended to, gets out of hand. And I've never been great at keeping things dusted, but I really enjoy having a feather duster because it makes it fun. And I know that people often say it just spreads the dust around. I'm okay with that. I prefer the fun aspect of it. And then the other task that I do every single day is at least one load of laundry, if not two. And I like to hang my laundry outside as much as I possibly can. And soon enough, we'll get into a season where I won't be able to anymore. So I'm taking advantage of being able to get my laundry outside in the sun. Last year, my dryer broke down, and I spent the entire summer hanging my laundry to dry. And I did this as a challenge because I really wanted to not only save money on electricity, but I just wanted to do things more naturally. And so once I got my dryer fixed, I still enjoy hanging my laundry outside. It's just very therapeutic. And the sun does a lot of work with killing bacteria and sun bleaching. I'm a very thrifty and frugal woman, and you'll notice that I have a lot of older cloths that are becoming rags and a lot of mismatched things. And you know what? I'm okay with that because that's what they're for. They're for cleaning, they're for dirt, and it is what it is. And then I'm also taking the garbage out, another daily task that needs to be done. And then one of the things that is sort of my responsibility is just watering not only our trays for the farm, but watering things around the house. And I'm doing this in the afternoon when things have gotten a bit dry throughout the day. And this just gets me a chance to be outside. My herb garden almost died this summer. I just neglected it. And so I'm trying to keep it watered almost every day to rejuvenate it and bring it back to life. And then I've got a few other planters on the side of the house here that I also planted some other herbs into. For a clean and tidy home, I tried to keep my entrances clean. They get very dirty being on a farm, but this is another thing that should be attended to every single day. We don't have a ton of carpet in the house, but the carpet that we do have is very old and stained. And I need to keep on top of vacuuming it regularly because we have dogs. And so I try to go through and just give things a vacuuming as often as possible. And I absolutely love my cordless vacuum. I just took it apart and cleaned the whole thing out and washed out the filter and wiped everything down. And this is one of my favorite purchases that I made last year, and I don't regret it. It was really wonderful to be able to zoom around the house without a cord and just get at all the dirt, dog hair, and dust. We're leaning in towards dinner time, and the floors have had all day to get dirty since I swept them earlier. So that felt good to just do a quick run through. And now I'm getting started with dinner, and I'm just making a quick noodle salad. And we're starting to get a little bit darker earlier in the evenings, even though we're still having hot, sunny days. And the weather's cooling off in the evenings, so it's the perfect time to light a cozy candle and get my diffuser going and just create a mood. This is a time that I really like to be alone in the kitchen and do my own thing, and then I call everyone when dinner's ready. And dinner being served sets the tone for the evening afterwards, where we all get to relax. And usually, like I said, I do not wash my dishes. I rinse them off and I stack them, and this allows me a full evening of enjoyment and relaxation. And having my mood set right now with the candle and the diffuser means that I'm relaxed and I'm winding down. This is my daily routine that is current, that helps keep my home clean and tidy. And if I don't do these things every single day, things can get off track and out of hand, and then it's a lot more work. So this is how I keep it all up. Thanks for joining me in today's video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, and don't forget to go check out Tappen Apothecary. They are a local company right here in the Shuswap, and I'm so happy to support them. Their candles are just beautiful, and I'll be using them all season long.